Hey everybody, Jeremy here, back again with another Marvel Legends figure. This is a line that I'm hoping to get all of the characters for so that I can build the Build-A-Figure. So this is from the Marvel What If series, animated series on Disney Plus. It was wrapped up not too long ago. I really enjoyed it. Check it out if you haven't. And this is just one of the characters from one of those alternate realities. So this is Captain Carter, the Captain America of that universe, except, Captain America was not Captain America. And yeah, our good friend Peggy Carter and Agent Carter was also a really good show, by the way. Flip it over on the back, you see, here are the characters that you can get. And if you get most of them, you can build the Watcher, who's going to be big and bald and creepy. The characters in this line that you can get the Build-A-Figure parts for is going to be T'Challa as Star-Lord. For some reason, I just couldn't get that name right. Captain Carter, and then we have the Zombie Hunter Spider-Man. We have the Doctor Strange Supreme, Heist Nebula, and Marvel's Sylvie. Some of these figures are a little bit harder to come by than others, at least right now. Hardest ones to get are going to be Sylvie and Nebula. Some people find them in stores. Some people get them online. It still says pre-order, but people are still getting them anyway. It's weird how these things work. And also the Zombie Captain America does not come with the Build-A-Figure piece, but you can get him if you just want to round out the collection and have a Zombie Captain America. All right, awesome. So these figures are a little bit different, so let's check them out. So we got a simple and clean presentation here with Captain Carter. Only one accessory to speak of, and that's going to be the shield. Got the Union Jack right there on the front. And then, of course, the Build-A-Figure pieces, which we are definitely going to keep. We get the arms of the Watcher. So I'm gonna put those somewhere safe, aka a Ziploc bag, for when we get the rest of the pieces. All right, so this figure, like I said, very simple, very clean, very basic. We got some mostly blue paint with some red stripes, a little bit of silver, and that's pretty much it, So it's not a whole lot of flash going on here. Not that it needs to be, it's just the reality of what it is. Now, even though I've said in other reviews, I don't do a lot of Marvel Legends figures, but I'm always impressed when I do at the type of articulation that you can get when they allow you to get it. So you see that Captain Carter does not have any garments or anything that's going to keep her from really taking advantage of that naturally built-in, very good articulation, as well as the ability to stand up on her own quite nicely. And I love the fact that even you look at that right or that left foot there, not planted firmly on the ground, but just giving it a little bit of that ankle rotation and being able to pivot it just right. You'll be able to get, pretty simple but cool to me poses like this, where she's got the shield up, look like she's getting ready to block some kind of incoming punch and or projectile. There she is right there from the back and from the side. All right, so now that we've gotten the little pose action out of the way, let's just take off this shield. And as you can see, just very simple on the inside, just paint it white. There's no little plug there that you can, like stick into her back. So if you didn't want her to wear the shield, like, can I just put it like this and she can, just have it on her back instead of carrying it rather? No, you can't do it. She has to carry the shield. But of course, why wouldn't you want her to carry the shield? It's the whole point. She's the captain. And the captain needs the shield. But I must say, the paint job that they have on her and the paint on the Union Jack looks really good. It looks very clean. I'm very happy with it. And her hair looks good too. Not a lot of, like deviation from the standard. It's just brown. She's a brunette kind of hair. But it works, especially if you consider the fact that we're taking it straight from the show, which is animated, and this is true to form, so we're not going to nitpick little things like that. But I do think that they captured her likeness in the face really good. I think that this is a very nice face sculpt. And I also like the fact that her face it looks strong, she even has sort of like a square jaw. You're taking that super soldier serum, everything's going to get a little bit more jacked, including the face. And her face is also a little bit more jacked than it was before. And by jacked, I just mean like strong. I don't mean like jacked up, as the kids used to say back in the 90s. Now, let's do some articulation. It's very good. Like I said, there's nothing that keeps her from articulating her body parts. The only thing that keeps the articulation limited in a way on her would be her hair in the back, and that limits how high she can lift her head up, which is to say, not really much at all. But oppositely, she can look down quite a bit. So the only hindrance is that hair in the back. But you know, really basic stuff that still turns out to be extremely useful. And I want to see this all the time in all action figures. You know, double jointed elbows. It really goes a very long way to be able to get the hands nice and out front, in front of the body like that. It really just opens up a whole new world of dynamic poses. The stretch as far out as you would really want it to go. I mean, sure, you can go all the way out and hit the ground all the way. Well, why not? But it's no big deal. But what is a big deal? Double jointed knees, of course. Do some side kicks. Remember that movie? That was a really good movie. Side kicks. And like I said, for the feet, you don't get the toe articulation, you know, but you do get the pivot on the ankle. And that really helps to get those poses where the boot is not all the way down on the ground. You can still pull off some pretty good poses. As for the diaphragm, can you rock it? Of course we can rock it. To the left, to the left, to the right, to the right. Crunch it back like that. Crunch it forward like so. Subtle but effective depending on what it is that you're trying to do. And of course, you got the pivots on the wrist. Now, you don't get any interchangeable hands with her. You just get that fisted hand, and then you get the open hand. In the open hand, unfortunately, it cannot grip the shield. So it's just going to kind of slip and slide around in there. Would have been cool if you could grab the shield, but no big deal. We'll just keep the shield on her arm mounted, and then just use this hand for, you know, whatever. Kind of like the pose that I had her in the very beginning. So this Marvel What If line, Peggy, we're almost done here. This Marvel What If line you can find in stores and online, though in my personal experience has been quite difficult to find them in stores because they're doing Eternals right now, and just it's a kind of a crapshoot. Best bet is what I did. I went to GameStop.com, one of the places online currently where you can get some figures like this and Spider-Man and the T'Challa Star-Lord that's like ready to ship right now. It doesn't say that it's going to be a pre-order and it's going to be November or December or January, something like that. And then if you just can't help yourself, you can always hit up the third-party markets, the eBays and the Mercaris, spend more money, but then you can also get them now. But yeah, I think this is a pretty cool figure. And one thing that I do want to do, I want to get myself one of these 1/12 scale motorcycles and put her on it and just see how that looks. So I might do a video about that if I pick up one of those motorcycles. But that is it. It's Captain Carter. There's a shield, Marvel What If on Disney Plus. Highly recommend that you check that out if you haven't already. It is a good show. Can't wait for the next season and whatever else happens as a result of our multiverse explosion. All right, that's it, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, I'm Jeremy. Talk to you later. You may now fall.